Oh my God, man. I can't lay down. Can't smoke a cigarette. Don't let me hair bugs me when I stick out of things. I'm gonna try not to fidget. I'm just fidget because I'm fidgety. I'm tired. I've been awake for days. Or 3 days now. You guys would know more than me. You're the ones talking to me. Got a lot of. I'm doing really good in Jordan's biography. Doing very good in it. I just shut it off there actually now. I'm gonna try to lay down, go to sleep. Because all I'm doing is I keep eating and eating and hurting myself because I'm bored. Now my stomach's killing me. I haven't gone pooping weeks either. The plumbing ain't working, you know what I say. I don't know what to do anymore, you know. I am so overwhelmed by the love that I get on the internet. Well, all for all my media. My WordPress, my Facebook, here. We call it YouTube. Everybody's always telling me how nice of a person I am. I'm just me. I guess I try to be a nice person, but I don't see me the way you people see me. I don't. I guess because I know my past, But I believe me, I appreciate and I know what you're telling me. You're telling me from your heart, and I'm honored and I'm humbled by it, and I'm very humbled by it. By the fact that there are so many of you out there that really do support and love me, help me. I went through some hell times, made an ass of myself on the internet how many times last year. He's all stood by me. He's all stood by me. All that, not last winter, the winter before, all that craziness with Jenny and stuff. Sorry, I had to take my teeth out. My mouth is full of sores, the same, thrush. I have to use my biostatin. I'm drinking inshores all the time, I think. Too much. I'm supposed to drink 10 to 12 a day. I'm supposed to drink a case a day. I usually drink 4 or 5, hence why I can never go to the bathroom. What can you do, Going poop is like your death. You'll go when you go. It's in the big man's hand. If I'm 55 or older, I'd walk across and get that bubble gum, but I can't chew gum no more. I'm not depressed or nothing. I'm tired, man. I want to lay down, It's been a stressful day. Trying to get that Daniel Dakota clock going. I thought that was neat that I find a clock and it's, my real name's Daniel. Dakota's my youngest boy. And the maker of the clock is Daniel Dakota. That's cool. I got a haunted clock. I'll tell you about that right now. I don't know, it had to be 25, 30 years ago. We're at one of Jenny's relatives' funerals. We're at the funeral hall on Sherburne Street. I forget the name of it now. They got beautiful. I got a thing for grandfather clocks. I mean, clocks in general, like, grandfather and grandma mantle clocks, stuff like that. Beautiful, probably worth thousands, $10,000 or $20,000 this clock. So Jenny and I were standing in front of it, in the funeral home. Funeral home's crowded. I said, I always wanted one of these, son. I'd die to get a clock like that. One of her aunts taps me on the shoulder and says, I got a grandmother's clock at home that I've had for 25 years. It drives me crazy. I don't want it. And she said, do you want it? I said, yeah, okay. And looking at Jenny saying, because I didn't really know who the lady was or anything. Right? So the next day, they're laying Buddy in the hole. I think it was their Uncle Johnny. I'm not sure. I might be wrong whose death it was. We're at the funeral. They're, at the actual gravesite. This woman taps me on the shoulder and passes me the grandmother's clock. A grandmother's clock is a clock that hangs on the wall. With a pendulum, and that a lot smaller than a grandfather clock that stands on the floor. So I've had the clock ever since. The clock's old. You wind it with keys. The first time I did it, I thought it was coincidence, but then I started doing it over the years. The clock there's no mechanical reason in the world for the clock not to work, and it would stop. And when it did that, usually within 2 or 3 hours, I'd get a call saying so-and-so died, or this happened, or that happened. Honest to God. Every time. every time it stopped. And usually, because of my lighthouse thing, it would tell me who, And there's witnesses to all this. The family's witnessed it 1,000 times. My boys and everybody on Daryl's knows about. Everybody knows about it. I wrote a blog about it. So that clock's down at Jenny's, and I know the next time it does that, it's me. It stopped when my brother died. Stopped at the exact time of death my mother died. And it does it every year on Mom's anniversary. One year, it stopped from December 24th and started on my birthday the next year. It wouldn't. I tried every day to get that clock to start. I released the springs and wound it again. There was no mechanical reason in the world whatsoever for that clock not to run. And, yeah, it's not electric, so there's been maybe 5-6 times, probably more, I'd say close to 8 or 9 times, where we couldn't get the clock to start, right? And the only way, when it is working properly, you wind it and you give the pendulum a little swing to get the mechanisms going, and it'll go until the winding stops, right? We're sitting at the table or in the living room watching TV, the pendulum starts swinging and the clock starts working. I kid you not. Yeah. And it stopped when Dad died, stopped when Ernie died, stopped when Steve and Danny died, stopped when a bunch of Jenny's relatives died, and it won't start until the funeral. And that's the God's honest truth. There's no mechanical reason whatsoever for it to do what it does every time. Like I said, one time it took me almost a year from December to October. It started on my birthday. And that was the year I got diagnosed with I had the bone cancer. Yeah. I've had a weird life. Not weird. I've had an eventful life. See, I took all the guts out of the clock and tried to fix it. I've had an eventful life. I've been blessed. I've done things that no other guy can do. Like the hippie years, they won't repeat. There will be a new age type hippie. I call them the hippie 3.0, and you're needed now, by the way, you guys, if you want to get on the bandwagon, get out here and start healing the world. Don't bother healing the people, heal the planet, clean it up, get rid of the people. We don't need them. There's one on every corner now. I looked out the window the other day, people everywhere. It was like being in prison. Every time I looked out the window in prison, the place was surrounded with prison inmates. In prison, gangsters. Right outside my window. Now I'm looking out the window, I go out the door, humans, people. All over the place, people. And they're weird, people are weird. I'd rather have a dog. Okay, I'm totally sidetracked. I'm so tired, man. Trying to get hold of Maria. Need a hug, I should have went up to Terry's. Terry and I have a beautiful relationship. Could have stayed down at Jenny's, but I didn't feel well. I had a real hard time. Even though I took the bus and got down there, I had a real hard time. The further I got out in the heat, the slower I was moving, and then it got to the point where I don't have enough blood in my body. If you look, all my veins are almost black, and you can see them all over me. That's not a good thing. What's going on with my ankles? Typical old people ankles, all the broken veins, but I got like a lot of them. I don't know if you can see them or not. They don't. It's hard to even take a picture of them usually. Oh, here. I just got the swelling to go down. My legs were big because I was sitting for too long writing. Yeah, not enough light here. But now I can feel my face swelling. I've actually watched it swell itself closed at times. Hasn't done it in a while. Not fucking whatever they make houses out now. Yeah. I can't eat my jujubes no more either. I don't know if I told you, so I'm getting tumors in my mouth now. I can see them, little ones. They're growing fast under my tongue, which is bad, which means because my tongue's being eaten from the inside. And if tumors start eating it from the outside, you know what I mean? When the two meet, it ain't going to be good for Dan. Take out your false teeth, Mama. I want to suck on your gums. Those were the years when I used to party with Jay Giles' band. That was the fun time. Me and Donnie followed them across Canada and the United States. We had to, they had the dope. Oh, you had to be there. I'm on one of the songs where I tell them that the girl's name was Rapunzel. So what do you do in your spare time? I talk to a telephone and put it on the internet so anybody who wants to know anything about my life can just watch it. And 9 times out of 10 I ain't got a shirt on. Anybody knows me knows I hate wearing a shirt. But I'm an old man now, so I should put it on because I got old man tits and shit. I got old man shit too. It just won't come out. I'm hoping for the mid-August. If the Senecott and the Metamucil work, I should be able to vacate the premises by mid-August. I wasn't joking when I said I rolled toilet paper last night. Daffy's up to his shit again. See me standing on my shoulder there. You gotta watch him, he's sneaky. I love you guys. Hey, you guys should buy some of my books, eh? You know, I don't think one Werner's bought a book. Now, my immediate family, well, they didn't talk to me, so why would they buy my book? You know, they might know what's wrong with me. Wait till they read chapter 4 of the first book. Yeah, that's my favorite part of all my early works, because to me, I look at the first books and it's like a kindergartner wrote them, and then I look at the last book I wrote and it's like a university professor wrote it. I learned my craft quick, and I'm bragging myself up for it because I know I did. But yeah, Damage, my first book, chapter 4, is I shit my pants. I told you about that. If I didn't want to go to school, I waited till 8 o'clock and I shit my pants. Didn't want to go to bed, I waited till 5 minutes before bedtime and I shit my pants, because then I got to take a bath for an hour and a half. Didn't like what you said to me? I shit my pants. And, oh yeah. If I had been my father when I was a kid, I would have tied me to a tree in the woods and put bacon around my head. I was a little bastard when I was a kid. I don't remember where I was living or who I was living with. You know, I just remember faces. I know the real good one was the Forwards. I loved it there. They were my family. And the worst of the bunch was the Dave Campbell guy, and he used to beat me. I used to have to go in the backwoods shed and pull my pants down in the morning before I went to school and get beat with a switch for the sins I was going to commit. Then as soon as I came home from school, I had to go in the back porch and pull my pants down and get beat on the buttocks with a switch for the sins I did commit. And then I got beat again after supper. I put up with that. I think I just told you a couple of blogs ago, but I'll repeat it. I put up with that for a couple of months, and then just one night I grabbed the fireplace poker. And it was hot too, because the fireplace heated the house. I mean, that's what I was doing. I was readjusting the log, and he come in the living room, and I knew he was going to beat me again, so I shoved that fucking poker right in his eye and ran out of the house, and I ran all the way to the school. School was closed, but I beat on the door, and the janitor got me and called the police and all that, and then he went to jail. I think he got 5 years or something like that. Look good on him. He's a fucking nut. Fuck your Pentecostal. Shove your Awake magazine up your arse. Got me going now, guys. See, you got them going. You had to get them going. I'm watching some show about how to make a donut or something. A reality show. These people take their donuts serious. They cry and everything over their donuts. I only cry over my donut if I drop it on the floor. If it's my floor, I'll eat it. Your floor, I'll eat it. Not Timmy's floor. Oh, the fat man won. So yeah, I'm humbled. I'm humbled by, you see it on my Instagram, my Facebook, a lot of people telling me. So I guess my writing must get to people, you know. Because like I got, you know, this here that I'm doing, this Dying Dan's video adventures. But what I talk about here isn't what I talk about on Dying Dan's adventures with death, my work, my blog. Usually I'm talking about something totally different. I'm going to try to sleep tonight. I can prop myself up in the corner. As long as it must be just the way the muscles pulling on it or something. Like they said they can operate on it if they want, but I know when they do it's too above the coccyx, so it's right in the middle of my hips. It's going to lay me up, you know. And I can't be laid up. I got things to do. Dying Dan's got Dying Dan things to do, you know. I'm changing the channel. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez. That's a good sign.
Salami, the grand prize.
Oh,
The talking bird, which you hope will make you rich. That kind of pie.
that's the movie I was watching. I forgot I was watching a movie. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a spliff and try to go to sleep again. So I bought myself plates. I didn't have a plate, so I bought some plates. I bought two because I'm schizophrenic. No, so they're good. You know, I got matching plates. So I kept the big bean can. There's a big bean can, and he kept that to put my stuff in. I'm mad because I used my new frying pan. I didn't buy it to use it. I bought it to look at. But yeah, I'm a humble man. Not physically, you know, what do you expect? It's the heat. That's what I'm trying to tell the doctors. It's the heat, and they're saying, yeah, but the heat will kill me. My blood, you know, because of my blood situation. They want me to. 4 times today they tried to talk me into coming in and just getting a respite. I can't. I got too much to do, you know. Because I don't know what I could be gone 5 minutes from now, or I could be gone. You know, I fully plan on living well over 100. Right? Me and my cousin Jennifer, we're gonna go to 100. But hi, cuz, I love you, eh? I watch your videos. You make me smile. See, now I got cousin fever, squirrel moments and cousin fever. No, because she's talented and she makes me smile when she sings. And, you know, it's nice to smile. Smiles are free. Smiles don't know racism. They don't know anything about color. And you can catch a smile and give it away, and catch a smile and give it away. You can do that all day. Yeah, I don't know what movie I'm watching. There's some kid's movie on Fox about tough. A bird's more philosophical than the humans. Yeah, so that's that. Can you believe it? I can't think of something to say. No, I was going to talk about humbleness again, but I've been talking about that a lot lately. Saying, you know, I think when I committed suicide on August 22nd, 2002, I've been through so much in my life, like a ladder. If you ever read my autobiography, you'll see from the age of 12 to 18, I lived 5 lifetimes. I had shit happen that it was just, those short periods of years were just chaos, man, just chaos. Especially when I started hanging with Noel and Gigi and them. It was nuts. It was nuts. But I've said from day one, the greatest thing that happened to me in my life before the birth of my sons was going to prison. I was happy I went to prison. I would have died. My heroin addiction was more than I could support. And we didn't have clinics and methadone and all that. If they did, I couldn't find one, you know. I had to get up there. It was hard enough finding heroin. Sometimes we'd have to drive, I'd have to drive all the way to Maine to buy $20 worth of heroin. Or New Hampshire, I was probably, me and Boston Bob were probably the only 2 heroin addicts in the whole city that we knew of, you know. I bet you there was a lot of lawyers and stuff like that. Oh, I'm so good. Yeah, none of our friends knew what we were even on it. They didn't know what we were doing. A lot of the time we were doing Largacto or morphine, whatever we did. Boston Bob's dad was a doctor, and we used to write prescriptions. And wait till he went out, he'll call him. We'd go in the office and write prescriptions. So Boston knew how to do that good. His dad almost got 10 years in prison over it. Bob had to stand up and say that it was him that was doing it, which was only proper. You can't let your dad go to prison for something you did. Yeah. This is important news for people who have taken Zantac or its generic ranitidine and then suffered from cancer. Sorry, I thought I was in Quebec. Grace's peanut punch. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, when I got down to Jenny's today there, just went down. I didn't stay long, patted the dog. I just felt all bad, man. Still do. I feel real bad. But it's like a heat fatigue. There's the words. I've been looking for them all day. They were gone. The invisible guy wouldn't let me have them. heat fatigue. That's what I feel like. I used to work in a heat treatment plant, and I know how it feels, you know. And I wasn't out there that long, just like a couple of hours, 4 or 5 hours, you know. The bus stops right at my door, so, and you can call and see what time the bus is coming. So I got out there, I had to wait 2 minutes for the bus. Got to the station, to get to Jenny's, it takes a bus from my door to the station, then a bus down to our Queen Street, and then a streetcar all the way back the way you came to get to her house. So, but I made all my connections. See my hands, how red the palms are. Blood pressure. So, you know, I got down there fairly quick, probably. Some days it takes an hour to get there, and some days it only takes 20 minutes. Today I got there in like 15 minutes. So it wasn't the heat from that. I just don't know. So weird. I can't, if there was a doctor here saying, well, how do you, like, describe to me how you feel? I couldn't do it, I don't know. I'm not raunched out, I'm not shaky inside, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. I know, I can't even smoke a cigarette now. Now what's the sense of me, you know, getting cancer, if I'm not going to feed it? Fuck. You know, I'm addicted to marijuana. I can't smoke shit. I can't smoke it. I was saying, oh, eat the gummies. I eat that shit. I can eat that stuff all day. It's not the same. And the gummy bears, they don't burn good. When you roll them in a joint, they don't burn good. So there you go. What do you think of that, eh? My mom didn't raise no fool either, eh? I can guarantee it. I can prove it. My mom did not raise a fool. She put me in foster care. My fucking cheek's swelling up on me here, huh? Holy shit. When I swell up like that, I look in the mirror, it don't even look like me, you know, to me, it's swelling up fast. I got a body on me now, boys. I used to be a contender, eh? Hell, Jenny married me. She was the prettiest thing I ever met in my life. Still is. You think she married an ugly guy? No. She married handsome me. Look at me now, though. I have to get the picture of me when I was, my polyester years, I called them. That transition from, still wore the Levi 501s, but polyester shirt. From Joe Cocker underwear shirts to fucking polyester. Yeah. All the greasers out there on Friday night going to the dance with their khaki polyester pants. You could cut yourself on the crease of them. And then some idiot like me comes along with shit in his pants, fucking bottle of wine in his hand, burping and farting, looking for his motorcycle. Yeah, they were years. Let's see now. See that white dot there? Right there. That was like a 12-inch screwdriver went in there and came out back here. It missed everything, thank God. These scars, there's a scar there and a scar there. That's where they rebuilt my neck. Yeah. That was a trip, that one, man. Praise God for that. I lived through that. I died on the table, but they got me back. 48 minutes on the table. Dead. Over 18 hours in the operating room. That's when they repaired my neck. It's amazing what they can do now.
That's what they all say.
But yeah, I'm humbled. But I also when I've been saying this, and believe me, I'm smiling as I haven't got my teeth in, so you don't notice. Something big is. My friend in the States, Amy, I'm getting, my lighthouse alarms are going off for her now for like 2 weeks. It's something really wonderful is going to happen to her, and this woman deserves a break. If you're praying, please say a prayer for Amy and her family too. They've had a tragic couple of months. But something good's coming Amy's way. I know it is. And something's popping my way too. Because I do talk to dead people, and I want to write about it on the other, see Daffy change sides again. I'm going to write about it in my blog, and then I'll do a video about it, but I don't want to jinx it by talking now. But yeah, I've been getting messages from somebody, dead people, telling me that I gotta persist, because I was thinking of just bang off an ending to these two books, just bang it off as quick as I can without much thought, including like Jordan's biography, The End, and that's my good idea, because those books are almost done, and just saying fuck it and never write again. But I promised, Jordan made me promise him I'd never stop writing, and I got this feeling that something big's going to happen. I've been getting, I look at who's looking at my stuff, and a lot of famous people are starting to look at my stuff. It only takes one person to boost you, you know. So, let us pray that Ellen or somebody reads one of my books and has me put in a mental institution, and I become famous for being crazy, or an author, one or the other. Either way, I'll get a meal, you know what I mean? You know, I got food and stuff, thanks to Serge. Serge, I love you too, brother. I gotta come see you at the West End someday. Maybe come get a tattoo. But, okay, kids, it's going on morning time here now, and the invisible guy's snoring, so I can go to sleep. I don't have to worry about him anymore. I love you all. I don't know what number. I think I'm at number 62, to tell you the truth. This is Dying Dan's Video Adventures with Death, episode 62. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, in the month of July. They say it's the 19th. If it's Sunday, it's the 19th, yeah. 2020. That's weird to say that, because I was born in 1957, last century, you know. 1957-2020. Never thought I'd see it that far. I figured, you know, maybe 76 if I was lucky. Might get to see the 80s, you know. But never ever thought I'd see 2020. I wish my eyes saw 2020. Maria, it's him. Well, I see, I get a hold of Maria. She usually talks to me at this time of night. Okay, guys, I'm just rambling here. I love you all. Good night.